as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
You are listening to the Coach's Corner Show on KYNT, Yankton's home team. Now, let's get you caught up on Yankton High School athletics with KYNT Sports Director and the voice of the Bucks and Gazelles, Bryce Ladwig.
All right, good morning. This is the Coach's Corner. Bryce Ladwig here, 1019 Broadway Avenue in Yankton. Coach's Corner Show powered by Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Coaches join us in the studio today and on the Pizza Ranch phone line. And thanks to Pizza Ranch for legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch. Located on Broadway, or you can call 665-1222. Bucks and Gazelles basketball action last night at Brandon Valley. Both varsity teams fell in those contests, but yeah, Brandon Valley, some really good squads up there, and both are, for girls and boys, are title hopefuls, and also in the top running for the ESD conference as well. We'll talk about those varsity matchups as well as some sub-varsity action. Join us in the studio to kick things off here this morning in the Coach's Corner. Coach Blake Savvy, Coach Jill Muth of Gazelles basketball. Coaches, good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Bryce.
All right. Everyone get some sleep last night?
Yeah, we got, rolled back in and got the sleep we could, and yeah, we're going.
It's been a busy schedule for everyone, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of games.
We've had a little, we've got a nice little stretch here where we really have just had last Friday, and then we get another week off, so it's been good rest in between, but the boys, that Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday back-to-back was a tough one.
Yeah, Gazelles fell last night 61-11 in varsity, and on paper, first thing you say is like, ooh. But you and I talked in the post game during the halftime boys, of course, and a little bit this morning before we went on air. There were positives to take away, and last night you mentioned kind of running that new defensive scheme, kind of testing that out a little bit, and you liked some of the things you saw.
Yeah, I thought we talked as coaches before going into the locker room at halftime, and really encouraged with the first half, honestly. When you look at the first time we had really put that defense out there for a long stretch of time, I thought, you shore up a few miscommunications and make a few adjustments and then grab a few more defensive rebounds. And on that end, I think you say like, man, we could have easily held that team to 20, 22 points and a half. And then you look on the other end of the floor, and even going back and watching film of that first half, I mean, we were getting great ball movement, great shots. The shot selections were awesome in the first half. Unfortunately, they just weren't falling. And sometimes that's basketball, but I think
they had a cover on the rim.
Right. And we walked into the locker room, and it was like, man, girls, like a couple things in the defensive end and a couple different, end results on the offensive end with made shots. And this is easily a 22-14 game. So let's go fix those, make some adjustments, and let's get after it. And I think the second half is where, we just have a lot of things to look at as far as how we approached it and where the wheels kind of fell off. But very encouraging first half.
And this isn't the Brandon Valley Lynx morning show, but that team, because I was kind of looking forward to seeing them play as well. You look at the top teams in like Class AA, and you kind of get a sense of who's going to be like real title contenders, right? Yeah. Or at least hopefuls.
Yep.
And Brandon Valley is right up there with the rest of them.
Well, I'll tell you this, and we're not gonna. They deserve a lot of credit. Like, we don't want to not acknowledge that. And talking to some of their coaches, they said, whether juniors or seniors, they've got 6 to 7 girls that have an opportunity to play Division II or higher basketball. And that is an incredible roster to field, to just have that depth of girls that are playing at that high of a level that, they've gotten attention or contacts from that level of basketball or higher. And that's a phenomenal basketball roster, and they're going to be in contention for the championship at the end of the year. Absolutely.
Coach Jill Muth, Yankton C team last night, took care of business. Big victory for the Gazelles, 56-42. And wherever you want to take it from there, a big victory and a very excited crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. Our C group has been really a mix of, some of our freshmen and sophomores, and then we had 13 eighth graders join us at Christmas. And so,
Just 13?
Yeah, just 13. And so they've been kind of dressing that C game with us because everybody gets 7 quarters. So we figured, they're playing the freshman game, and where our numbers are a little lower, so at the high school level. So we thought, well, let's dress them. And we've had some really good C games. Our kids have been playing hard, coming out with energy, and it's been fun to watch them, work together and play really well and get some wins. So that's been kind of fun to see, having that energy and those good games right before our varsity game, I think kind of, helps get our girls going and give them some energy and, hoping to try to continue to build that and have our varsity then piggyback on that and come out with the energy and be excited too.
Tyen, right?
Tyen.
Yeah, I should know that. She babysat my kids. Tyen Bestie dropped 20 points in the contest, and, that's a big night for her.
Yeah, she had a great night. We had just a little talk with her at halftime of the freshman game and said, hey, let's have you attack. Let's have you come out and be aggressive and get to the basket and score. And, boy, she took my words to heart. I wish all kids would listen to you that well. She had a great C game. She had a good second half of the freshman game, and then in the C game just came out and was awesome. She gets after it defensively. She plays hard. She's going to just go hard from baseline to baseline. She's fast and athletic, and she's fun to watch. And she had a really great game last night.
Running mates, Isabel Sheldon and Jordan Kudera also put up some good points.
Yeah, we had 3 girls in double figures in that C game last night. It was a good spread. I mean, it wasn't Tyen doing it by herself. Jordan made some really, really great plays. I told her I think my favorite play of the night was when she dove after a ball and ended up right in front of me. I said that's not a play you can teach anybody to run. So I told her that was maybe my favorite play of the game, was watching her dive after that ball, and after she had tipped it away from the girl defensively and dove after it to try to save it. She did a really nice job being aggressive, coming down the floor and looking to take the ball to the hole and finding somebody, for another opportunity. And Isabel Sheldon just plays hard. I mean, she gets after it. She is a rebounding phenom. She just gets after it, and got to the free throw line and plays hard, and she does some really good things for us in there that we don't have a ton of big, strong girls that can do that. So she's fills a need for us in there in that spot.
And whoever wants to talk about the JV matchup, obviously you're both involved. So it fell 53-30 last night to Brandon Valley. You're talking about Jordan Kuda. She reached double digits in that game for the Gazelles, and just kind of talk on that one.
Yeah. I thought that they went into halftime and it was kind of a 20-point game, and this is the first time where Jordan Kuda and Brenna Elwood have been a part of that group. And I think, we saw in the first half trying to learn, everybody again, like, okay, how do we fit together? How does this work? And then in the second half, their defensive energy was great. They got after it in the press a little bit, started trapping, forcing some turnovers, and that led to some really good offense. And just, I think that, when we reflect as coaches, that's probably the best energy we've seen from our JV court in a really long time. They've shown it in spurts, and, in the beginning of the year, they came out really, really with their heads on fire against Lincoln. And we've kind of been chasing that a little bit again throughout the season. And I felt like last night there was large glimpses and streaks of that again. And so that was really exciting to see. And again, that second half, they held their own against a good Brandon Valley JV team, and we're right there. And so very encouraging with what happened on that court. And yeah, I mean, Jordan, I think, stepping in, and she plays defense how we, that's how we want our girls playing. She gets after it. She gets up in your grill. She flies around, and I thought that brought really good energy to our floor. And, I think that there was just a lot of really good things happening on that court. So we were excited about that game.
Next game up for Gazelles would be Pier, right? And that would be on the 7th.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Thank you. So Friday the 7th. And that's always just it's a really great trip to make. It's a nice, beautiful drive up to the state capitol. It's one of my least favorite drives, actually.
Yes.
In case no one picked up my sarcasm, but
Well, I do really enjoy the drive into Chamberlain and when you get to see Dignity
Yeah.
coming down the hill, but yeah, the rest of the drive is just so slow.
there is that 45 seconds. That's pretty nice out of that 4.5 hour journey. But what can you guys tell me about Pier, just kind of that program overall?
Yeah. They've got a talented squad as well, and they've played some really close games with, they played Brandon Valley really tight, and have shown that if you let them kind of get going from beyond the 3-point line, they can be a tough team to deal with. And we got to have a plan ready for Lennox Dupree and just make sure that, we've got eyes on her and we defend her as a team. She's a really talented player. But that being said, I think that we need to go and look at our evidence that we're a good team as well, and look at all the different teams that are sitting in the top 5 in the state right now that we've played with for 2, sometimes 3 quarters. And we really have to let ourselves see that and believe that we can go and do that on any given night against any team. We just have to really hold on to that belief, weather a few storms throughout a game. If there's a run from the other team, we've got to be able to stop it and start one of our own. And I think that that's some of the challenges we've seen. And so taking a day to kind of reflect and make sure, when you're 0-13, it can be very easy to sit in that and get discouraged. And so I think that our job is to show up on Monday with a plan to really show our girls how much good there's been in these 13 games, and really trying to grasp onto that and figure out how do we be that team for 4 quarters going into the rest of the season. And if we can do that, we're really excited about this coming Friday, and we're really excited about the games that we have left on our schedule. We just have to be willing to and able to find that team for 4 quarters every night.
Yeah, I agree with you. When it's going well for the Gazelles in the court, it's going really well. They've gotten some really good streaks going here and there, and I do like seeing them when they start getting on a roll. They're a fun team to watch. So,
Absolutely.
Coaches, any last thoughts? And do we have any big weekend plans?
I'm going to go check out the Lancers again today. They got a doubleheader, and, I think those are 2 fun teams to watch, too, when they have it going. Right? And so, Morningside.
You would think, considering I had to work it, so I probably know that. But, yep.
But, yeah, so we'll go check them out and make sure we're supporting them as well. I know they're both kind of fighting for some conference tournament spots, and so they've got big games ahead.
All right, coaches, thanks for joining us here this morning.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Bryce.
All right, we'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Coaches Corner.
I'm Father Lacey, and hiking allows me to show my faithful spirit. Being out in nature allows all of those things to work together in my head so I can see how it's all connected. To be able to take these things that I'm pondering and draw them back into the ministry, into that life here at Mount Marty.
Show your spirit at Mount Marty University and schedule a tour today at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Isn't it great when things work how they should? Like the award-winning free checking from FNBO. No monthly fees, no minimums, and no overdraft fees ever. Online, in the app, on the go, or down the street. You be you, and we'll make it easy to bank your way and manage your account. Here's to simple, flexible, and free. Here's to checking that works the way you want it to. Visit fnbo.com to learn more or stop on by. FNBO Free Checking. Member FDIC.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus, quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury, check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet.
From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please pull forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care. Whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
All right, welcome back here to the Coach's Corner. Thanks to Coach Blake Savage, Coach Jill Muth for joining us in the studio. Always appreciate their time. And they got a big matchup on Friday up in Pierre. And we'll have news on that later in the week. Yes, it will be on KYNT and KYNTV, but doing things a little bit different in the week. Actually, I'll talk a little bit about it now, I guess. But we'll be simulcasting KCCR's feed. It's our sister station up in Pierre. And John Winkler will have that call for us. And I will be hosting in studio here in Yankton a pregame, halftime, and postgame show for the Yankton Gazelles basketball varsity matchup. Just some logistics stuff going to come together for us to make that journey this week. But we're still going to bring that game to you one way or another and just see if the Gazelles can get up there and put up a really good fight against the Governors, and I'm sure they will. Again, thanks to Coach Blake Savvy and Coach Jill Muth for joining us in the studio as we turn our attention to Bucks basketball up at Brandon Valley last night as well, of course, in that doubleheader, and go over sub-varsity action in the 9B matchup. The Bucks lost 57-17. Connor Mitzel led the way with 8 points for the Bucks. The 9A matchup, they lost 68-41. Sawyer Maibaum, 14 points. Will Sager, 11. Sophomore matchup, they lost 55-30. Ivan Hirschman, 14 points. Grady Walder with 5. JV, they lost 53-42. Austin Conway with 12. Abel Bryan with 11. And Owen Eidsness with 10. And then I caught up with Coach Chris Haynes in the post game. This is coming after the Yankton Bucks fought very hard, and they pushed Brandon Valley to the limit, pushed the game into overtime. And even for most of overtime, it was anyone's game until like the last about 90 seconds is when Brandon Valley really kind of put their foot down. But very proud of the Yankton Bucks. They played incredible. Best basketball I've seen the Yankton Bucks play maybe in the last 2 years. And it was a joint effort. Everyone contributed. And Brandon Valley, the number 2 team in Class AA, was a little worried. You could tell the crowd was a little antsy. Of course, Brandon Valley would pull it out, and it was a heartbreaker. But Coach Chris Haynes is very proud of his team, as he should be. And we'll go ahead and play that post game for you from last night. Here is Coach Chris Haynes.
Being joined by Coach Chris Haynes. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You know, it's one of those things where I think these ones probably hurt a little bit more, but it's also one of the best performances for the Yankton Bucks the last couple of seasons in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it was a really good high school basketball game. Great atmosphere in here.
Friday night, place is packed, great student section. I just feel so bad, and sick to your stomach because the guys have battled so hard all year, and as a coach, you just want to see them get over the hump. And we played so well for most of the game. Obviously, the third quarter there was a struggle offensively, and we had some turnovers, but you knew Brandon was going to come out firing, and obviously they're a really good basketball team, and they didn't play very well in the first half. I would like to think that we had something to do with that, but they didn't play very well in the first half, and you knew they were going to come out with a fire in the second half. And but then I'm proud of our guys too, because I'm just proud of them in general, extremely proud of them. But we kind of got stuck there in the third quarter. They go on a run, tie the game up, they take the lead, but our guys showed a lot of resiliency there down, and to lose a lead like that, most of the time then the game's over. But our guys hung in there and came back, and we had a chance at the end there to win it in regulation, and obviously it came up a little bit short, and then in overtime Brandon made a couple more plays than we did.
I know some things stay in the locker room as it should be, but kind of in general, what was your message to the team? I
just told them I was proud of them, with how they played and how they've always played. Again, it's not easy, when you're not winning games and you're losing games the way we've lost them this year, and having some gut punches and coming up short and so close and time again. It's not easy to keep coming back and practicing hard and keep coming back and playing hard the next game, and our guys have done that. And I think it shows the type of kids they are, the character they have, and that's what I'm proud of them for. And again, they played hard tonight, competed at a high level, and Brandon did too. I mean, Brandon's got tough, hard-nosed kids as well. And, unfortunately, we needed one more play and just weren't able to make it.
Two quick X's and O's things, if you don't mind. So you mentioned the turnovers to begin the second half. Was that more of a Brandon Valley kind of adjustment, maybe a little Yankton to kind of – because obviously entering halftime, they kind of came out a little bit flat.
Yeah, I think it was both.
Yeah.
They came and, they were pressing the whole game, and we definitely handled that well the first half, got some things out of it. And then the second half, I thought we had a couple unforced turnovers, and then Brandon made a couple really good plays too on both ends of the floor. And then they hit a couple shots and got some momentum going. But again, for us, and we say it all the time. I mean, the difference between winning and losing in AA boys basketball is razor thin. I mean, it really is, and it comes down to, I think we can all look each other in the mirror, look ourselves in the mirror. I mean, it starts with me as the coach. You're going to second guess everything tonight. Should have put this guy in here. Should have called this play here. And I think all of our guys, same thing. They could all probably look in the mirror, and from the first possession of the game all the way to the end of overtime, I could have maybe done this different or that different. And we just got to keep working at it, and hopefully continue to shore up some more things. And the good thing was, we showed some more signs of improvement on the offensive end, which would obviously we need to do. We had a really good first half. Now we just got to be able to string that together for 4 quarters.
Last X's and O's. You see my notes. So, ball being fed to Austin Conway a little bit more there in the second half. He just really battled down there tonight. But I noticed he got the ball more and more.
Yeah, Austin does a good job of setting really good ball screens, so we can attack off of that. And then he rolls in there, and he can, one of two things usually happens. He gets the basketball in there, which is a good thing, or they have to collapse on him and then opens guys up on the perimeter. So Austin, he's done a nice job, obviously. Again, this is his first year playing varsity basketball, and he's done a nice job for us. He's got to continue to get better and keep improving, and he did. You can even see his footwork's getting better. His finishing around the basket's getting better. He's trying to add a move or two rather than just putting his shoulder down and going straight through guys. So and he made a couple nice moves, and the ball didn't go tonight as well. So he's continuing to improve, which, again, we need that from all of our guys.
I'll probably use this for the show tomorrow. So Peer Tuesday is kind of what's the plan for the Bucks as the weekend goes in, and then early next week.
Yeah, we'll get up and lift with Coach Rosie, obviously back-to-back road games, at Huron, and then at Brandon night, 2 tough places to play. and our guys battling the way they did. Coach Rosie will stretch them out and take care of them tomorrow morning. We'll get a lift in, and then we'll come back and practice Monday, and you got Pier on Tuesday. And the Pier team, I'm just telling you, Bryce, that the Olsen kid and the Getz kid are as good of a 1-2 punch as there is in the state. Olsen's a really good point guard. Getz is a forward, but he can shoot a 3. And then they got athletes around him. I'm just telling you, I mean, Pier is super, super athletic, and they're scoring a lot of points. And obviously that's a concern for us because if they come into our gym and, get into the 50s and 60s, it's going to be difficult. So we're going to have to, have, again, a really good game in order to get a win.
All right, Coach, I appreciate you joining us, and safe travel back down to Yankton.
Okay, thanks, Bryce.
All right, thanks to Coach Chris Haynes for joining us in that post game. We'll take a break, but when we come back, let's talk Yankton wrestling. Caught up with Coach Robert Coyle yesterday, and Yankton wrestling is in action right now, actually. And we'll talk about that when we come back here on the Coach's Corner. Good morning.
Jump into the future of transactions with Explorer's mobile wallets, now including Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. Replace your bulky wallet with a sleek, secure, and simple payment method. Say hello to swift and easy payments. A tap of your phone is all it takes. Whether you're shopping online or at your favorite store, adopt the cutting edge in payment technology with Explorer's Credit Union's mobile wallets and make your financial journey a whole lot smoother.
Have a graduating senior in May? Well, it'll be here before you know it. Set up your rooms now for out-of-town guests at the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. The Fairfield offers a comfortable, relaxing stay in modern rooms, and ask about their gathering room for graduation parties. The Holiday Inn Express features large family rooms, hot breakfast, and free happy hour. Get a great rate and flexible reservation changes by calling the Fairfield or Holiday Inn Express in Yankton direct.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com. Looking for fuel or more? Stop by Triple Time Rudy's, your locally owned convenience store at 17th and Broadway. At Triple Time Rudy's, they're proud to support the community, offering fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers and backing local activities and events. Inside, you'll discover regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. Whether it's a quick snack, a tank of top-quality fuel, or a taste of local goodness, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling the community.
Do you want a job that keeps it real? At Truxedo, a real truck company, we keep it real by promoting our values of excellent service, teamwork, accountability, and innovation. Join the Truxedo team and enjoy your next career adventure. We have a variety of openings, including Weekend Maintenance Technician 2. So don't wait. Get up, get out, and apply at realtruck.com/careers. Start your next adventure with a career at Truxedo.
Moving is hard work. This is Deb Speck from Vision Real Estate, and I'd like to show you how I can make moving a little easier. From staging your home, providing moving boxes, and the use of our enclosed courtesy trailer, to the behind-the-scenes marketing, attention to detail, you can rest easy knowing you have an experienced professional working for you. Call me, Deb Speck, at 605-664-5555.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
A few days ago, a college student stopped by the UPS store to print out her research paper. As she waited, she noticed our promotional flyers and asked if we print posters for school events. Yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store, where for over 8 years we've been supporting the community with all their printing needs. Whether it's posters, flyers, or academic papers, we can do it. Stop by and see how we can help with your printing needs. And don't forget to ask about our shipping services or print specials.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We've just lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products, we've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it, times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? Sports injuries can happen quickly, posing threats to your health and ability to participate in your regular athletic activities. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson from First Chiropractic Centers. Chiropractic care can provide pain relief from sore and aching muscles and lead to faster recovery after workout by easing the inflammation you experience, like stiffness, pain, or restricted movement. Visit with us about managing your sports injuries. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
All right, let's start talking Yankton Wrestling here on the Coach's Corner. Joining us on the Pizza Ranch phone line, Coach Robert Coyle. Coach, we're recording this Friday morning. How we doing?
We're doing good. It's a no school day for kids, but we got in-service today, so we'll have practice this afternoon for the kids. But not doing too bad. How about you?
Oh, pretty good. And just busy with basketball and things of that nature. And the wife has in service on this day as well. So I had to hear.
Yes.
I also have to hear about how it's not a day off for us.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, you get it.
All right. Okay. So Tuesday, there was a big triangular at YHS, and it was a Huron and T, I believe, right in T area.
Yes.
Why don't we go over that in whichever order you want to of how the Bucks and Gazelles did?
Yeah, I'll start with the girls. Well, actually, I'll start with the boys because the boys is the side I was on. Huron's a team that kind of last year we wrestled them against, the boys did, and they kind of took it to us, and they wrestled a little bit better, and we had to go to Huron, and that was one that, a team that we knew we could beat, and then we were really close with, or closer than the score last year. So the kids really came out. We had, a couple of huge wins from guys that, stepped up. We had a 7th grader, Zane Portillo. He came up and we called his name, and he was ready. He is able to come out and get a big win that swayed some points our way that maybe we didn't, maybe weren't supposed to happen per se. But we know Zane, and he's a hard worker, and he gets after it. So that was really cool to see him get out there and get a win. And then, some other big wins from some guys. Damian Janish took out the number, I think, 8 ranked kid at 113 pounds. So doing things like that, getting big wins and just building off each other's momentum during that duel was really important. And then we ended up getting the win over here on a good ESD win. And then versus T, and T's a tough team, and we battled, and they ended up getting the win, I think 44-30, if I'm, or somewhere in there. And but that showed, same thing. Zane was able to get another win. We got a good win on Chase Platt. And the kids wrestled well, and they fought. And we're lessening these gaps between some of these teams that we were wrestling last year to this year. So that's good to see as a coach for the boys. So boys split with 101. And then the girls, even though I was on the other side, I could hear the girls because they're such a, they really care about the team, and they cheer each other on, and they're screaming and yelling, and you hear all that stuff, and that's really good because, they even if they don't win their match, they want the next girl to win theirs on the team, and that's really cool to see. So,
rambunctious is what we call it.
Yes, absolutely rambunctious. They are, they put somebody gets put on their back, or we put somebody on their back instead of the team, and you hear it, and everybody's cheering and yelling, and they're really engaged too, which is really good. So. But yeah, they were able to, T only had a couple girls, so we won that duel kind of just by having girls present and there and available. And so I preach availability for them girls and making sure they're taking care of themselves, being healthy and able to wrestle. So, and then Huron, we had a couple good wins from Chloe Caton at 100 pounds, and then Alexis Brendan at 120, as well as Jacqueline Kite at 138. Them three had matches for us. We had some forfeit wins too. So and then we had Huron actually had some girls at weights that we didn't have. So we won that duel 36-30. It was pretty close, but we won more matches too, that, actual matches as well. So really impressed with the girls this year. I think they're 12-4. And, like I was talking to you guys earlier this year at, quarterback club, a lot of it's just being available and being there for your team. And sometimes when the other team doesn't have as many girls, you can win duels just by having girls there present. And then obviously when you do have matches, you want to win those too. And that's how we beat the Huron. But really impressed with them this year and the core that we got, and really excited for both the Bucks and the Gazelles in the future as well. Just heading into postseason here too.
Yeah, you have one more week of regular wrestling, if you will. It's all jam packed into a week, and then it's playoff time or tournament time, if you will, for the rest of the season. First up, obviously, as this is playing on Saturday morning at Brookings, and for an invitational, kind of what are you expecting from up there?
That's going to be a really good tournament for us to see some teams one last time before we kind of get into our home Yankton tournament and then the postseason. And it's a good tournament. I think there's 18 or 19 teams there, but they're all pretty, they're a lot of ESD schools and Pierre, Harrisburg. I think Rapid City Central comes all the way over as well. So you get some good competition and some good tough matches, and kind of right before, like I said, our tournament and the postseason. That's for both the boys and the girls. So excited to see, where some of our guys are at. And we're a couple weeks ago, we're coming out of some sickness, or during some sickness, we still got a few kids that are, you can tell it's still lingering. So I want to get them, they're kind of back and healthy now, almost 100%. So it'd be good to see where we're at right now and get some matches in for those kids.
I'm sure the home invitational gonna have a pretty nice crowd. I'm sure that's really special for the guys.
Absolutely, and especially for the seniors, it's their last hoorah in front of the, whole crowd, and so the whole Yankton crowd. And there's a lot of people there, and a lot, personally, and I think a lot of this would go, a lot of people would say this, but I know a lot of our guys, they love home meets and they love wrestling in front of their families, and where they have that home advantage and they're not traveling, and that's their comfort. So to have that Yankton tournament, which I'll still defend as one of the best ran tournaments, which is really good by our admin. Ryan Haig does a really good job. And just all the people that are all the teams of people that go into that, we get a lot of, positive criticism from people saying, you guys run a really good tournament, and that's good. And we can just focus on the wrestling. And that's really nice for me as a coach that, even though we're hosting this huge tournament, we all have our, jobs and duties that we got to do to help out, but they really take care of a lot of it. And that takes a lot of it off of us coaches. That helps us coach, and we focus on the wrestling and, eventually do pretty well. So, yeah.
Yeah, not having to play host must also be nice. I mean, like you said, being able to focus on the team seems important. So it's always good to have an admin that has your back. So that's always
Absolutely.
Nice. To recap, yes. February 1st, obviously, as this is playing, you are at Brookings, and then you're at Pierre on Tuesday, and then the meet we're talking about, the Invitational Tournament, Friday, February 7th. And I have here that girls will start around 4 p.m. Is that right?
Yes, girls will start at 4 p.m. on Friday, and then we will go, and then, the boys will be working it and stuff. And then the boys tournament will be Saturday at 9 a.m. And then we'll have we'll keep the mats up for our youth guys and our youth club and stuff too, and we help out with that. And the youth will have their tournament on Sunday, and then finally on Monday the middle school gets to have their tournament. So it'd be
those poor mats.
It's gonna be a lot of wrestling, and like I said, just thankful for others, the other coaches and the administration, everything they do to put this whole weekend together, because it's a big weekend of wrestling, but it's also, we're using the gym and all that stuff. So the other coaches understanding, and whether they got to use the Ox gym or what they got to do, everybody's, kind of takes their turn, and it works out really well.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Coach. Always good to catch up with you.
Yeah, right on. Thank you, Bryce.
Thanks, Coach Robert Coyle, for joining us on the Pizza Ranch phone line. Pizza Ranch for legendary chicken and the best pizza. It's Yankton Pizza Ranch. Call 665-1222 or visit them on Broadway. All right, we'll have Yankton Gazelles Gymnastics talk next week. That's ramping up and, or I guess winding down. I don't know. The playoff season is here, folks. And so we're going to be talking a lot of gymnastics. Also, next week, I plan on, my hope is to talk some Yankton hockey on the Coach's Corner. Yankton Bucks doing really well hockey-wise. We carry some games there on KYNTV. And also, I want to talk some Yankton bowling. So club bowling, Coach Pat King and the Yankton bowling programs are rolling along, doing really well. You saw what I did there. I'm proud of that one. I'm not going to lie. Let's see if we can talk some Yankton bowling as well. Try to bring in some club sports when they are doing as well as they are. So hopefully all that next week. And we'll take one last break, come back, and wrap things up here on the Coach's Corner. Good morning.
Winters in the Midwest can be brutal, and severe weather can affect the operation of your garage door. Don't leave your vehicle out in the cold. Rely on Upper Midwest Garage Door for all of your winter garage door needs. They provide routine maintenance, service and repair, installation and tune-ups, and replacement if necessary. They even offer 24/7 emergency service. The main focus at Upper Midwest Garage Door is your satisfaction. They'll make sure your doors always go up, so they never let you down. Visit UpperMidwestGarageDoor.com, your authorized Clopay dealer.
At Pizza Ranch, your favorite pizza is just a request away. This is Mike with Yankton Pizza Ranch, and every day you can enjoy the buffet your way. Step 1, ask for your favorite pizza at the counter, and we'll bake it fresh just for you. Step 2, get the first slice hot out of the oven. Step 3, rejoice and repeat. It's everyone's favorite buffet, Monday through Friday, 11 to 1:30, and 5 to 8, Saturday and Sunday, 11 to 8.
Whoa, that's good.
Are you a business owner looking to offer your employees some benefits? We can help. Missouri River Associates offers all the major health insurance carriers, along with group life, dental, vision, and more. Give me, Jen Great, a call today to review your business and employee needs.
Your income is essential and irreplaceable, so protect it with disability income insurance. Get coverage that keeps you secure if life takes an unexpected turn. Disability income allows you to receive income even when you can't work, because your financial security shouldn't depend on your health. Give me, Skylar Sherman with Missouri River Associates, a call.
Jump into the future of transactions with Explorer's mobile wallets, now including Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. Replace your bulky wallet with a sleek, secure, and simple payment method. Say hello to swift and easy payments. A tap of your phone is all it takes. Whether you're shopping online or at your favorite store, adopt the cutting edge in payment technology with Explorer's Credit Union's mobile wallets and make your financial journey a whole lot smoother.
Winters in the Midwest can be brutal, and severe weather can affect the operation of your garage door. Don't leave your vehicle out in the cold. Rely on Upper Midwest Garage Door for all of your winter garage door needs. They provide routine maintenance, service and repair, installation and tune-ups, and replacement if necessary. They even offer 24/7 emergency service. The main focus at Upper Midwest Garage Door is your satisfaction. They'll make sure your doors always go up, so they never let you down. Visit UpperMidwestGarageDoor.com, your authorized Clopay dealer.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. We talked about our plans for next week, trying to get some more club sports in here as their seasons are all winding down and playoffs are here. We'll talk to Coach Justin Olson next week for Yankton Gazelles Gymnastics in full length. Have a big conversation with him. Thanks to Coach Robert Coyle joining us on the Pizza Ranch phone line, and to Coach Blake Savvy, Jill Muth for joining us in studio today, and Coach Chris Hayes joining us in the post game last night. So quick and busy show this morning. I like it. And thanks to Explorers Credit Union for powering it. Explorers Credit Union, wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. yanktonpizza.com. Again, thanks to Pizza Ranch for legendary chicken and the best pizza. It's Yankton Pizza Ranch, located on Broadway, or you can call 665-1222. Morningside University taking on Mount Marty University basketball in a doubleheader today. Be a 1:15 start time for pregame, 2 o'clock tip-off, right here on KYNT and on KYNTV. I'm Bryce Ladwig. Go Bucks, go Gazelles, and go enjoy the rest of your weekend.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450, Yankton's home team.
From ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. The recovery operations continue in the Potomac River after 67 people were killed in Wednesday's collision between an American Airlines jet and an Army Black Hawk